I'd like it to be closed immediately. Look, the Department of Education's a big con job. Billions and billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse. We want to downsize government, but make it better.
Order that basically indicated that agency had to initiate large-scale, quote, reductions in force.
Office yesterday with Elon Musk, President Trump took further action to make our federal government more efficient and effective.
We're diving into a disruption purge that's shaking our country to its core. In this new era of the administration cleanup crew, questions are swirling. Is this the rise of a new gangster mob? Is it a push for government efficiency? Or is it a case of all eyes on me, with power players like Elon Musk and former President Donald Trump? You call it. One thing's for sure. This situation is wilder than a roller coaster ride. Call it what you want. See it how you will. But let's take a closer look at what's really happening. Imagine this. You're at work, minding your own business, when suddenly, bam, you receive an email or voicemail that says,
"Some notified by email, others in this audio message obtained by ABC News from the acting director of the Office of Personnel Management.
You will receive your termination notice via email shortly, and it will include the reason for termination."
No warning, no explanation, just a cold, abrupt end to your career. Now, imagine that happening not just to you, but to thousands of people all at once. That's exactly what's unfolded this week. And the orchestrators of this mass dismissal, none other than former President Donald Trump and tech billionaire Elon Musk. But why? What's the reasoning behind this drastic move? And what does it mean for the rest of us? Let's break it down, because this is one story you don't want to miss. The federal government employs a massive workforce, people who keep our country running smoothly. These workers are the backbone of agencies like the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which helps protect public health, and Homeland Security, the department tasked with keeping us safe. They're the unsung heroes who ensure our systems function. Our health is safeguarded, and our nation remains secure. But this week, thousands of these dedicated workers received a devastating message. You're fired. The reason? Many was still in their probationary period, a trial phase for new employees. While probationary periods are standard in many jobs, let's see how some workers' reaction.
Now fire people for no just cause. Who's going to take care of the veterans?
Now you start cutting that staff, you're going to have problems.
That means that I'm the go-between between management and employees and between the union and employees. So I'm the one communicating, and that's been a hard job right now, as you can imagine, because people are being put through a lot of pain right now. They're looking for answers, but the answers are difficult right now.
We're relying on this job, and we're qualified for this job, and yet we're losing it just because we're under a year.
Federal workers across the nation, we keep the country running.
These workers were excelling in their roles. They had received glowing reviews, proven their worth, and yet they were still let go. It's like being fired from a job. Confusing, unfair, and downright heartbreaking. The Trump administration has long advocated for a smaller, more efficient government. Their argument.
Office yesterday with Elon Musk, President Trump took further action to make our federal government more efficient and effective. He signed an EO implementing the DOGE Workforce Optimization Initiative. Now agency heads will coordinate and consult with DOGE to significantly shrink the size of the federal workforce and limit hiring to essential positions only. The unaccountable bureaucracy will finally be reined in.
We want to downsize government, but make it better. Run it better, but downsize. Billions and billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse. And I think it's very important. And that's one of the reasons I got elected. I said, we're going to do that. Nobody had any idea it was that bad, that sick, and that corrupt.
How soon do you want the Department of Education to be closed?
Oh, I'd like it to be closed immediately. Look, the Department of Education's a big con job.
Streamlining operations and cutting unnecessary bureaucracy will save taxpayer money and improve functionality. But this latest move has left many scratching their heads. Critics argue that firing thousands of workers, especially those in critical roles, could have dire consequences. It's like firing the goalie during a soccer game. Sure, You might save on payroll, but you're leaving the team vulnerable to attack. Enter Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur known for revolutionizing industries like electric vehicles, Tesla, space exploration, SpaceX. Musk has now thrown his hat into the government arena, collaborating with the Trump administration to implement these sweeping changes. He even took to Twitter to joke about the situation. Have you tried turning the government off and on again? Classic Elon. But behind the humor lies a serious question. Should a private citizen, even one as influential as Musk, have this much sway over government operations? In a move that's equal parts innovative and controversial, Musk has introduced a new department called Doge. Yes, like the Dogecoin meme, this department is tasked with overhauling government operations, making them more efficient and tech-savvy. But critics are raising red flags. They argue that Doge operates more like a gangster mob than a government agency, wielding power without accountability. The name itself, inspired by an internet meme, has left many questioning the seriousness of the endeavor. Supporters, however, see Doge as a bold step toward modernizing the government. They argue that traditional systems are outdated and inefficient, and that Musk's expertise could bring much-needed innovation. But the question remains, at what cost? Firing workers who keep us safe and healthy is a risky gamble, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Behind the headlines and political rhetoric are real people with real lives. Take, for example, a nuclear safety specialist who was among those fired. She's a mother of 3, 2 of whom have special needs. Losing her job doesn't just mean financial strain. It could force her to relocate, uprooting her family and disrupting their lives. Or consider the workers at the CDC, who play a crucial role in protecting us from diseases. With fewer hands on deck, our public health system could be stretched to its limits. And it's not just health and safety at risk. Workers at the IRS and the Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, have also been let go. These are the people who ensure our taxes are processed and our veterans receive the care they deserve. Cutting these positions doesn't just affect the individuals who lost their jobs, it impacts all of us. Unsurprisingly, these firings have sparked widespread outrage. Protesters have taken to the streets, holding signs that read, "No one voted for Elon Musk," and "Stop the Purge." Many are arguing that these cuts are unfair, reckless, and potentially harmful to the country. Legal challenges are also underway, with lawsuits claiming that the dismissals violate workers' rights and jeopardize national security. The debate has reached Capitol Hill, where some senators are pushing back against the Trump-Musk alliance. They're working to slow down the purge, arguing that it's hurting the people, the economy, and the country as a whole. One senator even slammed Musk in a fiery speech. Let's watch the senators hammering Elon Musk and his partner in crime. And who else got fired?
Politically. Let's be clear, the Constitution does not empower a social media billionaire with massive conflicts of interest that has never been vetted to decide on how taxpayer dollars are spent. In fact, the Constitution doesn't even empower President Trump to make these decisions. The Constitution gives Congress, and only Congress, the sole power to decide how taxpayer money is spent. I certainly agree with this committee that this committee should conduct rigorous oversight of federal spending, including wasteful foreign aid. That's certainly what we should be talking about. And we should always be working to sort out and eliminate waste and fraud in all federal programs. And in fact, this committee has done that for years on a bipartisan basis.
This guy is named David Heidema. David Heidema was the head of the Office of Government Ethics, OGE. Now I know you're thinking OGE, OGE, is that like Doge? No, totally different animal. This is an agency that actually oversees ethics in the executive branch. Yes, big job. All the more important job when you've got a bunch of people in the administration like this guy. That guy you recognize, Elon Musk. Yeah, this guy has all kinds of government contracts, interests, etc. And the problem is federal law prevents you from participating in government decisions if you have a personal financial stake in those decisions and their outcome. See this law? 18 U.S.C. Section 208 makes it a crime to participate in those decisions if you have a financial interest. Well, one of the people that's supposed to determine whether Elon Musk is violating that provision is the guy they just fired.
Opponents of smaller government argue that reducing bureaucracy leads to greater efficiency and cost savings. They believe that streamlining opt-ins will ultimately benefit the country. But opponents counter that these workers are essential to maintaining the systems that keep us safe, healthy, and secure. They argue that cutting jobs in critical areas is a short-sighted move that could have long-term consequences. The ongoing purge of government officials based on loyalty, rather than merit, threatens democracy and accountability. To address this constitutional crisis, we must prioritize protecting democratic institutions through public pressure and congressional action. Once stability is restored, we can focus on bipartisan reforms to rebuild trust and ensure such abuses of power are prevented in the future. So, where do you stand? Do you believe in a leaner, more efficient government, even if it means significant job cuts? Or do you think these workers are indispensable and that dismissal puts us all at risk? Let's talk about it in the comments, because your opinion matters, whether you agree with these cuts or not. One thing's clear. This is a big deal, and it's not going away anytime soon. The Trump-Musk alliance has set the stage for a dramatic shift in how our government operates, and the ripple effects will be felt for years to come as we watch this story unfold. It's crucial to stay informed, ask questions, and engage in the conversation. So, what do you think? Should Elon Musk have this much influence over government operations? Are these job cuts a necessary step toward efficiency, or a reckless gamble with our nation's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more